Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 6 in the 2019 NOFSRL Haas IndyCar Series. We are here at the Lime Rock Park for the Grand Prix of Lime Rock. Here for another road course, some more road course action here in the Haas IndyCar Series. 27 laps around this 1.53 mile road course in Lime Rock, Connecticut. Gonna be a fun one. This is the shortest road course we go to all season long. And we've been going here since 2016, so one of the long stable events of the Haas IndyCar Series, our 4th edition of the Lime Rock Grand Prix. But we got ourselves all 30 drivers starting in this race. And our last winner was Dion Moon at Richmond a couple of weeks ago. Actually, that was just last week, actually, because with our new accelerated schedule here, you guys are seeing Lime Rock on this Friday before Easter Sunday, so it was last week when Dion Moon won at Richmond. But Justin Seidel, our points leader, did not have the best of runs. Now, he is starting 5th for this race, while Dion Moon is starting deep in the field there. Of course, Dion Moon is not really in the championship hunt right now. But these guys are. Justin Seidel, the points leader, 161 points towards the championship for him. Richard Kingart did very well at Richmond, finished, I believe, runner-up in that race. He's 23 points behind. Auto Club winner, Christopher Alphaby, is 40 points behind. Davey Johnson is 46 points behind. And Nathan Faden, 52 points behind, coming into this race here today at the Lime Rock Park. There are no cautions in this event, and I believe we'll have at least one set of pit stops. I can't remember if 3X gives us 1 set or 2 sets in this race. I think it might give us 1, because it is a short racetrack. It's still the same length as all the other road course races, about 40 miles long. But we'll have to see how it all plays out with the pit strategy. But with no cautions, it means these guys who are starting up front are going to have a really good shot at getting the race victory here today. Angel Oliveira is on the pole position. That's a bonus point towards the championship for him. And I haven't really mentioned it too much, but you do still get a bonus point for starting on the pole in this series. That does actually contribute to the championship. I haven't mentioned it hardly at all this season, but Angel Oliveira with a bonus point right there. He's alongside Igor Barreto in the number 19. Row number 2 sees Davey Johnson, the winner of the first race of the season at Daytona, starting alongside the number 17 of Thomas Troxel. We have Justin Seidel, our points leader, alongside Colton Yo, Micah Knapp, alongside Phoenix winner Jonathan King, and then the 21 of Nathan Faden alongside Noah Clifton in the number 27. Clifton comes into this race last in the championship standings. Not exactly what Clifton wants here today. Or here for this season, I should say. But we'll have to see what he does in this race starting top 10 here at Lime Rock. It's a very fast 1.5 mile road course. Very wide sweeping turns. They don't slow it down too much here. And with that passing slightly difficult, as a matter of fact, John Andrews won this race last year by leading every single lap. Of course, John Andrews recently won earlier in the week in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series at Talladega. Congratulations to him on his first ever Chick-fil-A Cup Series race victory. Angel Oliveira was actually running up front in that race at Talladega. And he gets the start up front here at Lime Rock for the 6th race of the season in the Haas IndyCar Series. He's alongside Igor Barreto. The pace car's gonna pull off 27 laps of action around this 1.5 mile road course in Lime Rock, Connecticut. Gonna be fun for the Grand Prix of Lime Rock here today on this Friday afternoon. All 30 drivers are gonna start, and they don't get the start until right when they're on the line. There's the green flag. We're racing in Connecticut. Lap 1 will be led by Angel Oliveira. Bonus point towards the championship for him right there. And if you lead the most laps in a race, you get 2 bonus points on top of the bonus point you've led or you've gained from leading a lap. So Angel Oliveira doing pretty good right now. Already has 2 bonus points from this race with the pole position and a lap led. Got away from Igor Brito on the start very well. It's Davey Johnson, Thomas Troxel, and Colton Yo, the top 5. There's Justin Zaidel under fire from Micah Knapp in the number 5. Micah Knapp trying to find a way around him. It's difficult to find a way around somebody here, but at places like this, they tend to overshoot sometimes, and that's where we can see a lot of passing. That and a little bit farther back from there. I'm stupid, so I don't know how many turns we got at this racetrack. I really do my research well here, but this is turn number 1. Angel Oliveira's going to lead a second lap, trying to pull away there from Igor Barreto. And it's probably the tightest corner on the racetrack, turn number 1 is. It's pretty much a complete 180 there. There's turn 2. And then you have turn number 3 right here, and it's off at turn number 3. That's the place where these guys can overshoot. You're going to see Oliveira overshoot just a little bit. They get into the grass slightly. There's Troxel on Davey Johnson, but he's not going to find a way around him there. Go through the S's. You get turn 4, and that's turn 5 right there. So off of turn 3 and turn 5, that's usually where we get those issues. There's turn number 6, and then the 7th and final turn here at Lime Rock. The fastest turn as they go downhill down that wide sweeping turn. And they gain quite a bit of speed heading to the start-finish line. Igor Barreto has a bunch of speed on Angel Oliveira right now. He closed in tremendously that last lap, putting some pressure to our race leader. And Barreto might find a way to make the 26 go wide. Oliveira's got to be careful not to overshoot the corner. It's early on in the race, and if you do that, you might not get a good run. He actually forced Igor Barreto to overshoot the corner, trying to find a way around the 26, and he's going to fall back into the clutches of Davey Johnson. They don't seem to be overshooting turn number 5 that much here at Lime Rock, which is a good thing, but turn number 3, that's where we see these guys overshoot a little bit, and it definitely slows them down. There is Richard Kinghart. Got the Lastros course win at Riverside a couple of weeks ago, but kind of deep in the field right now as he comes into this race 23 points behind Justin Zaidel. Zaidel is currently running in the 6th position, so Zaidel looking pretty good to retain his points lead at the end of the day if he can in fact stay there. Colton Yo still ahead of him there. Nathan Faden trying on Micah Knapp right here, and I think he's got it. Looks like Justin Zaidel's going to find a way to the inside of Colton Yo. That is for the 5th position. Justin Zaidel already has 4 top 5 this season in the first 5 races of the season. He's going for his 5th and 6th races. Not able to get around Colton Yo. You can see how difficult it is to make a pass here at Lime Rock. You really need the guy in front of you to make a major mistake to be able to make a pass here. But they tend to stay pretty close to each other, and Micah Knapp's falling back quite a bit. Jonathan King just got around him. Here comes the 29 of Nick Smith to the inside, and the other Andretti car, Noah Clifton as well. So, if Clifton can get around Micah Knapp here, doesn't look like Nick Smith's going to. Almost all of the Andretti Autosport guys inside the top 10 for this race. They're doing a great job so far. With their guy leading the race, Colton Yo and Justin Zaidel still going after it, and Zaidel might finally have it on Colton Yo here. He's got the inside lane. Every point matters in this series, and you get more points for every position inside the top 10 as well, compared to deeper in the field, so that's worth a lot more points than a position change back in the field. And Justin Zaidel's got it on Colton Yo, but Colton Yo's going to look back to the inside and try to take the position back from the number 10, and he's going to get to the inside during turn 1. Best battle on the racetrack right now between a couple of Haas IndyCar Series veterans, Colton Yo and Justin Zaidel. I believe they were both rookies in this series last year, and they both returned to the series this season. A couple of the few drivers who actually returned from last season. Colton Yo's going to get back on Justin Zaidel. Zaidel was only in that 5th position for 1 lap, and then he lost it again. Nathan Faden's now all behind the number 10 of Justin Zaidel. Doesn't have the inside on him quite yet, but Faden looking pretty strong in the number 21. He's only 52 points off at Justin Zaidel in the points championship. So with a really good shot of winning this championship when we get to Indianapolis, which is the new finale in this series, since we're going to be accelerating the schedule. Pocono and Indianapolis are going to be switching places on the schedule, and Indianapolis will be the finale at the end of May, because we didn't want to change the date of the Indianapolis 250. It is still going to be the Saturday before the real deal, so that's why we switch it off. And Seidel back to the inside of Colton Yeo. They keep on changing positions here for 5th. Still side by side. I think Seidel's going to get him again here. As he gets stuck in that outside lane off of turn 5. You hit the curbing there a little bit. Still side by side, but Seidel's going to have the inside here on the number 88, and he should be able to clear him right now. He's got it. So up to 5th, and he might stay there. He went wide again, and Colton Yeo's got to run back to the inside. Up front, Davey Johnson on Igor Barreto. Barreto slipped up a little bit from Angel Oliveira, and now the Daytona winner. And the guy who's 4th in the championship standings trying to get to the inside of Igor Barreto. Davey Johnson and Marty Johnson. I believe they're the two guys in this series who have been in this series longer than anybody else. Of course, they're both owners in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. But I think they've both been running since 2016 here in the Haas IndyCar Series. So Davey Johnson, an experienced veteran in these IndyCars, along with Marty. And looks like that 66 going to get to the inside and take 2nd away from Igor Barreto. Seidel was able to hold off Colton Yeo and Nathan Faden. Now Thomas Troxel looks to the inside of Igor Barreto. Barreto slipping up a little bit in the number 19. While all that's going on, Angel Oliveira continues to pull away in the 26. He has led every lap so far here in the Grand Prix of Lime Rock with almost a 2-second lead on the field because of all that battling for 2nd place. Barreto's back on Davey Johnson. We'll have to see if Barreto can find a way around the 66 here. If Johnson goes wide off the corner, which he will, Barreto's going to keep the inside, but Barreto slipped up a little bit, and it does appear that Davey Johnson's going to remain in the 2nd position. Really good battle here with Barreto and Davey Johnson. A lot of great battles throughout the racetrack. It's kind of the way the Chick-fil-A Cup Series race at Richmond was. Had a lot of battles all over the place for position, except for the race lead, because the race lead was Justin Roberts the entire night. He led every lap and won that thing. And you get a very similar situation here at Lime Rock, because it is a road course, and road courses are difficult to make a pass for the lead. But the racing back behind the race leader is definitely very interesting. Colton Yeo's gotten back around Justin Seidel, and now Jonathan King's on Justin Seidel. Remember, Seidel and King were battling at Phoenix for the race victory. Seidel actually could have a race victory at this point if it weren't for just barely losing out to Jonathan King there a couple of months ago, but looks like Seidel's going to stay ahead of the 28 for now. And you got Nathan Faden. Audra Baranowskis is inside the top 10 right now, and Noah Clifton right where he started in the 27. Micah Knapp in the number 5 has fallen back tremendously, and he might have actually made a pit stop because he's at the end of the field quite a ways behind everybody. Christian Russell and the 32 machine of Julio Caesar, I believe they got into an incident earlier on. Caesar's a lap down. You see Micah Knapp there in 28th. Definitely an issue on the number 5 and the number 4 of Christian Russell 29th. Everybody else pretty much still on the lead lap and not really in contention to get this victory because Angel Oliveira is just driving away from everybody right here, but gotta watch out for the set of pit stops, and I believe it is a one-stop race here at Lime Rock, and I think it actually happens around lap 20. That would make sense because on other mile-and-a-half racetracks, when we set it to 3X, it's about lap 20 when these guys run out of fuel, so it's a one-stop race here at Lime Rock. But you gotta really hit your marks on that pit stop, because if you don't, you're probably not going to get a race victory, and you probably want to come in early before everybody else. So don't be surprised if Davey Johnson or Igor Barreto try to come in a couple laps before Angel Oliveira and possibly shortcut the 26 to gain an advantage, because they're 3 seconds behind. All that battling for the 2nd position caused these guys to slip up and fall back quite a bit. And now Oliveira's in a position where he can pull away with this victory. Colton Yeo and Justin Seidel are still battling hard for the 5th position. Nathan Faden's fallen off a little bit from those guys. Nick Smith on his teammate Noah Clifton, that's for 10th, unable to get to the inside. Landon Lyons right behind Nick Smith right there in the number 60 machine. You get Christopher Alphaby here, and then the number 15 of Tyler O'Riddy. It looks like Angel Oliveira has gotten around Julio Cesar, but Cesar's trying to get back to the inside of him. Not going to happen. And looks like he got around him pretty easily there, so that's good news for Oliveira to continue to pull away in this one. But Julio Cesar to the inside of him. I just don't think he has the horsepower right now to race with the 26. There's definitely an issue on that 32. Has some aero damage or something, and just don't think he has enough to contend with the 26 there to stay on the lead lap. But Davey Johnson's definitely a guy I know who can contend for this race victory. Of course, he won the first race of the season on strategy. Forget how it played out. I know he won the race on some sort of strategy. I think what he did was his last pit stop came right at the end of the race, and he took fuel only, got out ahead of everybody, and ended up coming home with a victory. And Justice Idell ended up finishing second in that race. Could end up with a similar strategy here today. Of course, Davey Johnson stuck behind Julio Cesar. This is not where you want to get stuck behind somebody. It's very difficult to make a pass through this part of the racetrack. And once you get off of turn 3, that's where the hole usually opens up. Looks like Davey Johnson's going to get it off of turn number 5. Actually, I think that's turn number 6. Because there are 2 more corners in between turns 3 and what is actually turn number 6 right there. Davey Johnson gets away pretty easily. Edgar Barreto had to check up there on Julio Cesar. He's going to lose a lot of ground to Davey Johnson. And down the pit lane, Thomas Troxel is not wasting anything here. It's going to be his one stop. He's going to come down extremely early compared to everybody else. And this is definitely a good strategy. You're going to get those fresh tires. Possibly race some faster laps compared to everybody else. Fastest lap in this race is a 47.773. It was driven by the 19 of Igor Barreto. The fastest time by Angel Oliveira is a 47.861. And pretty much all the guys who were running up front have the fastest lap times in this race. Makes a lot of sense. Clean air means a lot at these road courses, and it's going to be interesting to see where Thomas Troxel comes out into relation with everybody, because that is a good strategy he played, coming down to take those tires. Oliveira's going to come down now. So is Davey Johnson. And you got the 19 machine of Igor Barreto. And everybody coming down the pit lane here at Lime Rock. So Troxel only coming down a lap before the field, but the field all coming down at the same time here on lap number 16. And everybody's down. So we're going to follow here with Angel Oliveira, who's been the dominant guy in this race. Looks like he's got a really fast stop going on right there in that number 26. And only unless he has a problem coming off the pit lane, which he won't, he's going to get back out there and be the race leader again. It's really tight coming off the pit lane there. And we'll see if Thomas Troxel has anything for these guys, but I don't think he does. Looks like he's going to fall back to the 4th position, and there you go. That's what Lime Rock is. Once you get off the pit lane, the race leader, you pretty much got the race in your hands, and Angel Oliveira looks to pull away with this victory starting from the pole. And he continues to lead every lap here at Lime Rock, just like John Andrews did last year in this event. See if Davey Johnson has anything for him here. There's Angel Oliveira, and there's Davey Johnson coming off the hill there. Thomas Troxel did not gain the advantage he thought he was going to gain there. He actually lost a little bit of ground to Angel Oliveira, and you can see the top 4 kind of spread out there, and that is Christian Russell, who Oliveira and Davey Johnson are both going to run into eventually. It's a 2.5 second lead for the number 26, but if you saw yesterday's Chick-fil-A Cup Series race, Trey Bartow was leading by 3.5 seconds, and 15 laps later he lost the lead at Dover. And Dover's kind of similar to a place like this where it is difficult to pass, but Bartow did not get it going too well in that race. So watch out for something like that possibly happening here, especially considering that Angel Oliveira is going to close in on Christian Russell and maybe get slowed up a little bit. Davey Johnson's going to do all he can to close in here, and I just don't know if he's going to have enough on Angel Oliveira that far behind this late in the race. It's 9 laps to go this time by for the number 26. And he might not even catch up to Christian Russell. That's a possibility there. He pulled away from Davey Johnson, so it's looking like Oliveira's got that car tuned to perfection. He's going to be a full platter of points, 54 total points if he gets the race victory, because he gets the extra bonus point for starting on the pole, bonus point for leading a lap, and another bonus point for leading, or 2 more bonus points I should say, for leading the most laps, and 50 for the race win. So an absolute clinic put on by Angel Oliveira, and this might be the last time we come here to Lime Rock. Because these races, you know, they're kind of predictable. Last couple of races here at Lime Rock have been very predictable in the Haas IndyCar Series. The Indy Lights races here were always really good. Of course, the Indy Lights Series isn't race anymore. We still have the Freedom 50. That race will continue on, but I don't know if we're going to be coming back here next year in the Haas IndyCar Series, because, you know what? Kind of predictable. There's number 28 machine of Jonathan King's Idell. Ended up falling to 7th, but he'll still remain the points leader at the end of the day. You got Audra Baranowskis, Nathan Faden, and Nick Smith, the top 10 after the cycle of pit stops was over. They're all getting around Julio Cesar there, who has some sort of damage slowing him down here today at Lime Rock. It's been the only incident today was Julio Cesar and Christian Russell. Of course, Micah Knapp falling through the field as well in number 5, and I don't think that Oliveira is going to close in on Christian Russell here. I think Russell's going just as fast as our race leader. Fastest time in this race now goes to Dion Moon in the 22, but Oliveira still holds on to the 9th fastest time here at the Lime Rock Park. Giving you some sounds of the racetrack here from Lime Rock, since not much else is going on. Gonna be 2 laps to go this time for Angel Oliveira in the number 26. And all you need to do in this race is start on the pole, and the race is pretty much yours. But hey, you know what? It's okay, who cares? Angel Oliveira sure is happy with it. Gonna be 54 points towards the championship after 6 races. 10 more races to go after this one, including 2 back-to-back races at Watkins Glen. We got Kansas, Pocono, and Texas next. So we got 3 ovals coming up next on the circuit. Then we got Road America. Then it goes back to ovals with Chicagoland and, Pikes Peak. Then we got Canadian Tire, the duel at the Glen, and then the finale of the Indianapolis 250. And Angel Oliveira's going to take the white flag this time by. He's closed in on Christian Russell, so he's got to be careful not to wreck him. I believe we have seen a wreck in this race already, but he's got a 3.6 second lead on Davey Johnson. Not expect anything to happen between both of them, so Angel Oliveira, definitely a great race for him here today at Lime Rock. Going to be a race victory on Napa Fan. I believe it's his first career Napa Fan win if he gets it here today. And up the hill for the final time. He's going to go back down the hill and take the checkered flag. Angel Oliveira in the number 26. For Andretti Autosports, going to get the victory here today in Connecticut. The Grand Prix of Lime Rock goes to Angel Oliveira in the number 26. Davey Johnson. And it does appear that Thomas Troxel was able to get around Igor Brito for 3rd. That's a pretty big deal right there. Colton Yo rounding out the top 5 here at the Lime Rock Park. But there's your race winner, Angel Oliveira in the number 26. Gets it done here today. And I'm telling you, next 3 races, Kansas, Pocono, and Texas, are going to be really, really good compared to this race. It's probably going to be the worst race of the season. This is maybe Canadian Tire, but hey, it's okay to have a race like this every once in a while. You know? And we're trying to get this series done as quick as possible before the Indianapolis 250. Of course, we're not changing when that race is going to be because it is such a big event here on Napa Fan, so that will always remain the same, and we'll always keep that Indianapolis 250 as well. But Angel Oliveira gets the victory, and we only got 10 races left to go in the season. I believe Zeidel's still going to be the points leader at the end of the day, so watch out for him in this championship. He's been leading in the championship since Phoenix. The past 5 races he's been in the championship lead. We've only had Davey Johnson and Jesse Zeidel in the championship lead so far this season. Davey Johnson did a really good job today, finishing 2nd, so he's going to close in a little bit on Zeidel, but he's pretty much the only guy in that top 5 that's going to have any gain on Zeidel. So Davey Johnson might be the guy who spoils this championship for Zeidel. Just going to have to see if that happens. But either way, congratulations to Angel Oliveira. And yeah, I want to get this race done because it was bad, but it was good for Oliveira. So yeah, here are the point standings for the Haas IndyCar Series 2019 after 6 races, and we'll see you guys from Kansas sometime soon, probably sometime next week, or tomorrow morning if everything went to plan. We have ourselves a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race from Kansas, so look forward to that one. It's going to be a fun one on Saturday morning. So it's going to be in the morning too. Going to be, I think, 9 a.m. I think is when they plan on doing it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy that. From the Kansas Speedway. But thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Angel Oliveira, and I will see you guys later.